Hey, Christopher here. I worked a little bit on splitting up the send screen with the Tumblr functionality into multiple screens as a wizard. I think the idea came from Eddie and TBK, if memory serves correctly. So as you can see here, these are all these are all states of the send screen. And you can see by default it has a manageable amount of information, but based on what choices you make, it can sometimes get pretty complex. So the idea here is to split it up into individual screens. Because one of the things is that when you have this long screen, a lot of times you don't have enough space to really explain the implications of every choice to the user. So if it's not clear when I hear from this drop down here, when I press complete wallet, that then I have to select which levels and that I'm kind of entering the Tumblr functionality, which I think what we're doing. Let me know if we're not. So anyways, first thing that I did was to take exactly these screens and just move stuff around. So we have send Bitcoin. I choose which part of my wallet I want to send things from, then how much, then where to, and then I have a few options. Pretty straightforward. And these here should represent all the different states of each of those screens. So each screen already got a little bit simpler here. Then here is the same thing after I made a whole bunch of adjustments. One of the things you'll notice is that the subscreens have a navigation bar at the top, but there's this global navigation header is gone and the footer is gone. It just focuses things a little bit better, simplifies each screen. Not something we necessarily have to do. We can also take a route where we just have back and next here at the bottom of each screen, also possible. Anyways, so instead of using a drop down, now I see all my levels listed. And when I choose complete wallet, it tells me this requires multiple transactions and recipients. So it kind of warns me that this will be the Tumblr functionality. And again, let me know if this is not what we're doing, meaning pushing people down the Tumblr script thing if they send the complete wallet. Could be somewhere else, but here's how I mocked it up for now. Then if I just pick a level, I enter an amount, I enter an address, could be some, external or somewhere else in this wallet, and then I choose my options and I'm done. Now, here's another thing, we could add more detail about the balance in case we have frozen or locked funds. Could be a little bit more straightforward. Then if we take people in this third step here down the Tumblr option, these are all these options are now combined here. So if the user somehow, ended up going down the Tumblr script route, they have to choose 3 recipients. Then there are additional options, which levels to tumble from, time between mixes, transactions per mix depth level. These are advanced, should be good defaults, but can be hidden by default when the user enters the screen. And then we take users to the settings, which are about privacy and fees, basically. I can disable the collaborative transaction. So, it'll give me a big warning, but I don't think this will actually, there might be situations where this option is not even available. I do think that if I come from this Tumblr script here, it should not even be visible here, this option, probably. So there might be a slightly different follow-up screen to this one. And then fees and privacy can also be expanded. Eddie designed this as well. Just the details around how the fees are calculated, so the user has a better understanding of it and they can make some adjustments. And that's pretty much it. There's something else I'd like to do still is once I press send, then we have some type of screen that says, okay, here's what's happening now. It's going to take this long. Come back tomorrow. And then if I enter this screen in the first place and there's an active transaction, it should basically show me the same thing instead of showing a disabled form or so. So it's something I'll also try to mock up. So this is kind of how far I got with this. I think overall it helps let the user focus on one thing at a time. We have more room to explain each individual choice. But like I said, some of the bits of how I get what each of my choices implies for the consecutive screens, I'm not totally sure on those, but I think as a group we should be able to figure that out together. So let me know. Thanks.